You already know what the fuck going on. Did that material bring you another no money spent Sluggers, my MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty 18 series. And today, reading from title, you guys should know the agenda. We are hopping right into the 35th win of the event. We did finish the event in about 3 days. I want to say, I really don't appreciate it being 35 wins, but it was 3 innings, so it did kind of balance out. It did get tiring, of course, after a while, as we have found our victim. And I just want to say before moving on to this video that this GAGNE is for sure staying on this team as we go up against the Social Mariners. And this guy didn't really have a power-based team, which is where his downfall was. He had Emilio, Jose Altuve, Brad Miller, and the only power guys he really had on his team was Harmon Killebrew, Ian Happ, and Kawhi Schwarber. Besides that, the rest of the team was easily manageable. You guys see my team, and starting off with Ryan Shimp in the bottom of the first. We are playing at home, of course, and we just are too early on a sinker we anticipated from the start. Second pitch of the at-bat, we are not missing that one at all. We're driving it deep into the gap, and we are going to get a stand-up double with Ryan Shimp. And from this point on, I basically knew that the game was over, as I did try to push my luck a little bit there. As we have CC up to the plate, 0-1 count, make that an 0-2 count, and 1 out. All we needed to do was get a base hit, and that will advance Ryan Shimp to give us the leading run, as we have 2 straight ground outs. It is not looking so good. 2 outs, runner on scoring position. Nelson Cruz drive one what would have been in the gap, but he just stopped with his glove, and we are able to score the game leading and eventually winning run, as that was all the action that was in the game. Those were our only 2 hits, and that was our only run, but it's all we needed to secure our GAGNE, the player that we are going to debut in this game. After that, we were on a little bit of a win streak, so we did decide to fuck it, have some fun, and we did end up winning 37 games in that event. As to why I would want to play 37 games when I didn't even want to play 35 in the first place, I was really hoping to go 12-0. I was really feeling it afterward, because after I secured that 35th win, I wasn't feeling as sluggish or downplaying the event. But moving on, looking to GAGNE's stats, this card is absolutely amazing. Literally the second best card you can get in the show right now. Look at those hits, look at these quirks, look at those pitches. A Vulcan change, never heard of that in my life. But we're not going to stop there, of course, as you guys can tell from the title. We are also going to pick up this Jose Reyes, a player we had our eyes on since the camo update even dropped. His speed, of course, is deadly, but his fielding is great as well. I want to say one of the best fielding shortstops you can get right now, and he's also a switch hitter with okay power. A lot of people are saying his power is really bad, but 50 and 54 is enough to hit a home run and enough to get line drive hits and through the gap and whatnot. As we are going to head into our first match of the video, we of course are going to have Jose Reyes batting first in the order, as we also going to have Yu Darvish on the mound. He has Hanley Ramirez, as well as Larry Doby, JD Martinez, Joey Gallo, Justin Bohr, his creative player, Chris Davis, Eugenio Suarez, and Garrett Cole on the mound. Now, top of the first inning, 1 out, and you guys see it. I didn't even have time to explain what happened. We replaced Eugenio for Jose Reyes, and of course he clearly wasn't happy about that. On the second pitch of the game, he takes us deep. But enough of that. We were trying to take him deep with our own shortstop. Jose Reyes just hits that foul, but obviously he has home run power in that bat. 0-1 count to the switch hitter batting at the left hand side at this at bat. You see, he got a really bad pitch down and in, and that knuckle curve was giving me fits the whole game as we hit it right back up the middle, and it's too hard for him to be able to field the ball. Eugenio couldn't field the Jose Reyes infield hit, as we are going to still second and third. I just wanted to display his speed right there. 1-1 count to Willie Stargell, the last player debut we had, is now making that a 1-2 count. And just a little bit of post-game commentary. I was just trying to bunt Jose Reyes over just to secure a run to tie it back up after his home run. But of course, Willie Stargell has like 20 bunt, and he couldn't even touch the ball. Just couldn't even pop up the bunt. Strikes out on the bunt. 2 outs, 3-1 count, and I swing on a high breaking pitch that I thought at least I could have taken out of the zone, out of the park, I should say. And we are going to strand Jose Reyes on third. Immediately after that, our opponent doesn't have a problem scoring another run as he brings the power with Justin Bour, and that's the only damage he's able to do, with a leadoff home run in the second and a home run in the first. We fast forward to the bottom of the second, the bottom of the third, I should say, and bring in Jose Reyes. I'm sorry, my previous screen is kind of small here. And we are going to say that's a day for you, Darvish, and bring in Edwin Encarnacion, as we need someone to spark up the bats. And we never have that problem with Edwin Encarnacion. Just playing up there 103 power against righties, giving us a 1-0 count. And that's all we need to take him deep, to the deepest part, into the apple at Citi Field. Is not only a 1-run game with Jose Reyes. And a little side note, how you guys liking the new uniforms? We did this as a 1986 Mets tribute, the championship winning Mets, in recognition of Jose Reyes being on the team. And he is able to get another infield single. His speed is absolutely phenomenal. Look at how far out that pitch was out of the zone. He still gets good contact on it, and we go to still second. But yeah, we fouled that one out. Jose Reyes is an absolute problem on the base pads. 0-1 count. Paul DeYoung with 1 out, grounds out into a double play, once again stranding Jose Reyes, who we definitely couldn't gotten a score on. Bottom of the 7th, Willie Stargell up to the plate, making it a 1-0 count. My opponent was really adamant about pitching low to the lefties we had up to the plate, and we only had 3 if you count the switch hitting of Jose Reyes, as we get a base hit with Willie Stargell. But yeah, this opponent was really good. He had over 100 wins and less than, I want to say, 40 losses. This guy he obviously knows what he's doing. He's obviously not new to this. Bringing up Nelson Cruz as we whiff on a slider right down the middle, and I really wanted that pitch back, but we go for it right after that, and we get another base hit. 2 on, no outs, down by 1. We are trying to claw back into this game and get a comeback, bringing in the new diamond, JD Martinez. His hitting stats are insane, and hopefully really wanted that to go through the gap. I was praying it went through the gap, and I was so desperate to score a run here. I was even thinking about driving Willie Stargell from second to home. It's just no way in hell you can do. So we strand Willie on third, and it brings in Joey Gallo immediately after we got third out of that inning. And let's just have a listen.
Right there, that cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in,
Gallo swings, and this one is crushed out to right field, and it's gone.
Joey Gallo is going to put this game to sleep, as we lose that one 3-1, and he closed the door behind him after he got that 2-run lead back. As we going up against a complete idiot, the America USA. He has Luis Sevilla on the mound. Trey Turner is batting leadoff. He has a switch hitter of his own, Francisco Lindor. He also has JD Martinez, Josh Donaldson, who I am looking to pick up very, very soon. My next pickup is either going to be Josh Donaldson, Edwin Encarnacion. Yeah, Edwin Encarnacion. But now I think about it, I already have him, so I can't get him twice. It's going to be Josh Donaldson or either Ozzy Albies as we hit a hard line drive to the right fielder with Jose Reyes. As you can see, his power isn't giving any trouble, but JD Martinez's power is going to cause some trouble. Home run deep to left field is going to give us a 1-0 lead, and we're going to hold that lead because of this man right here. Donson, one of my favorite pitchers in the game, if not the best, is going to get a blooper into left center field, giving him a single with no outs, bringing up none other than our leadoff hitter, Jose Reyes. My mistake, there is one out. Jose Reyes, once again, batting at the left-hand side of the plate. He is going to ground into a double play, but he beats out the throw at first. Once again, his speed is very, very deadly. Willie Stargell going up against the righty, and this has to be one of the craziest sequences you are going to see. Off the base pad into a shallow ground ball double, no outs, bringing Nelson Cruz. Willie Stargell on second. We go first pitch, and this is the stupidest thing I've done. We try to fuck around with him. We see he's a bronze. We try to, you guys know the routine. The little base running again to a chase down. Hopefully he makes the wrong throw, and this time he did not. So basically, we should have 2 on, no outs. We have 1 on and 1 out, bringing in JD Martinez. You saw he had the pop in his bat this last at bat, and I thought he had another one here, but it's just a deep fly ball to Trey Turner, and I will forever test Trey Turner's arm as we are able to beat out his throw to third. So now we should advance a run on that pop-up if we didn't do that little rundown antic beforehand. So now we bring in Cody Bellinger, lefty against righty. 2 outs. 0-2 count. Runner on third. And he gets a pitch behind the catcher. So now I see opportunity to score the run I also desperately wanted. And we leave that whole inning without a run. Afterwards, however, whenever I saw JD Martinez against me, it's never going to end pretty. Takes us deep to left field, exactly the same spot where my JD Martinez hit a home run. And I really wish I didn't do that rundown antic. We would have had the lead. However, after giving up that crucial home run, we decide it's time for Donson to see the rest of the game out, and we bring in our reliable pinch hitter, Edwin Encarnacion. 2-2 count, make that a 3-2 count. None out, none on. Top of the 6th, and he is going to walk Edwin Encarnacion, which is a big mistake, as we are going to sub him out to bring in some speed off the bench in the form of Billy Hamilton. Now we have Jose Reyes up to the plate, and we are going to start another crazy sequence, as Jose Reyes is going to get the second shallow ground rule double of the game, advancing Billy Hamilton to third and him to second. We have speed in scoring position with no outs, and a power hitter named Paul DeYoung at bat against a lefty. He was playing up today, and he slaps it right back to the pitcher, and we are able to score Jose Reyes from second, giving us 2 runs, and we also get an infield double with Paul DeYoung. So we have a 2-run lead, bottom of the 7th, and I think you guys know what time it is. It's time to debut Eric Gagne. You're going to put him up against Mark Reynolds, the power hitter. First pitch, first out. We get the easy pop up against Mark. And I played a couple games post recording, and this Eric Gagne is absolutely magnificent. I want to have his kids. I said it. Sue me. He's so goddamn beautiful. You guys saw what happened with JD Martinez's last at bat. You have the 0-1 count with Eric Gagne, make that the 0-2 count as he's whipping on the four-seam fastball, 97 miles per hour. 0-2 count. Eric Gagne couldn't get the strikeout just yet. He hits a curveball way out of the zone, but this beautiful man is still going to get JD Martinez out. To JD Martinez, ironically, getting him his second out of the game. Bottom of the 7. Can Eric Gagne not give up his hit in his debut inning? Yes, he can, as Gary Sanchez pops up on the very first pitch by Eric Gagne. And I believe that was the Vulcan change, which is a very awesome pitch. It's an 87 mile per hour changeup as he goes up against Francisco Lindor in the final inning with Cody Bellinger on. That was a base on balls. He didn't give up a hit yet. 0-2 count to Francisco Lindor, and he's going to get his second strikeout as a cheeser on this team. 1 out, 1 on. Power hitter, able to tie up the game. His confidence is already way up, and we're going to throw a pitch behind Gary Sanchez, and which is going to advance Cody Bellinger into scoring position. We desperately want a shallow pop-up, so we try to jam him in on the hip. It's too fast for him to hit, so we go for the strikeout, and subsequently he's going to foul it off. 0-2 count. 23 pitches in over 3 innings. Mind you, we did put in this Eric Gagne in the bottom of the 7th, and the beautiful man reigns. 2 outs, 1 on second. Can Eric Gagne complete his debut without giving up a hit? The power hitting Josh Donaldson is up to the plate, and we're going to get a whiff on the first pitch. 1-0 count, 0-1 count I should say. Make that a 0-2 count to Josh Donaldson as he whiffs on the Vulcan change. 88 miles per hour. 0-2 count. We try to get a high fastball in there for a swing and a miss. 1-2 count. It's going to be the 28th pitch. Scoring run position. And we are pitching kind of scary because we didn't want to give out a 2-out home run. But we're just going to attack the batter, and we're going to get a strikeout on the Vulcan change. And he's actually going to win player of the game for that 3-inning performance. Allowed no hits and no runs, and acquired the save in his debut. Now, I don't know what better debut you can ask for a closing pitcher, to be honest. Jose Reyes got some stolen bases, got a couple runs, got a couple hits. This might be my best debut video to date. All my debuts are awful, haven't gone as planned, but this one was pretty solid, and I would definitely be keeping both of these players in the future for the foreseeable future. And I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm The Damage, and I'm out.